address something today that it's actually very interesting to me, and that is when people use the term, or the phrase I should say, it's a pyramid, right? I'm sure you've heard that here and there. Every once in a while we hear it when it comes to eXp Realty. So I just want to talk about that for a minute. I kind of want to set the record straight there by what that means. I want to talk to you today from a business perspective on that for a second. Now, when someone says, oh, hey, it's a pyramid, I say, well, yeah, of course, everything's a pyramid. Every single business structure there is a pyramid. You know, we call it rev share. Keller Williams calls it profit share. But let me show you something here on the board, which I think is going to kind of paint the picture so that you see clearly when we talk about pyramids. So in a regular structure, you have a company, right, that's made up of a CEO, right? And then that CEO, there's going to be other, and the word C stands for chief, okay? Top, head, chief, right? So then you're going to have a CEO, you might have a CFO, and you might have a COO, a chief financial officer, a chief operating officer, right? And that kind of makes up like the heads, right? The chiefs of the company, okay? Then you're going to have higher level management, right? That might be regional managers, right? You're going to have regional managers over here, regional managers, right? Now, there we go. We got regional. Now, those are all answering to the chiefs, okay? Now, what's under the regional? Now, you're going to have like middle level managers, right? So now you're going to have middle level managers, right? And they're going to be answering to regional managers, right? And then those could be maybe franchises, right? Stuff like that. So maybe you have like franchises in here. Now, if this was the real estate model, there'd be franchises, right? And then all of those franchises would be operated, and they would have different brokers, right? Now there's brokers in here. Now those brokers, now within that organization, right? So now you're going, you can see how this is unfolding here, right? So now those brokers, they have within those organizations, maybe there's some team leaders, right? So now you have some team leaders, and those team leaders keep going and going and going, right? And then you get down to either what we would call an employee in a regular corporate structure, or we would call it agents if we were talking about real estate. And then you have this C of agents, right? And it's just a giant C of agents, okay? And guess what shape we have here, right? A pyramid, okay? Now, the thing is, when it comes to a regular business structure, you got the chiefs, right? And then you've got the agents and the employees all the way at the bottom of the pyramid. Now, sure, if you're an employee or if you're an agent, you can try and work your way up this corporate pyramid, okay? So if let's just talk about real estate, because that's what we're talking about. You can be an agent, so the natural next step for you to gain some leverage to make some more money, because you can only make so much money, trading your time for labor, doing transactions, right? So you got to say, well, how can I leverage and make some more money? So you become a team leader. Now you earn a split off of people that are on your team, right? So now you're leveraging off of those team players, right, that are in your team, and it's justified because you're offering them training. Maybe you're offering them marketing, you're helping them with lead generation, you're offering them different tools and stuff like that to be more successful. So you're going to take a cut of that agent's compensation. You're taking a cut of their check. So maybe you're on a 70-30 split with them, or a 60-40, or a 50-50 split. Now that agent is paying for the team leader. So the agent, right here, is paying for the team leader. So the agents that are under that team are all giving a split to the team leader. And that team leader is giving money to the broker. And it just keeps going back up, right, all the way to the top of the pyramid. Now, if you're an ambitious agent and you want to get ahead, you have to do what I just said before. You have to create leverage, and the only way to do that is to become a team leader. And if you're a team leader, you're going to find out very quickly that when you start pouring into agents and you start providing them training and you start showing them and providing them leads and teaching them all these things, guess what? they don't want to give you a 60-40 split anymore, because as they start to progress, they want to earn more money. So in order for them to earn more money, the only natural thing they can do is start negotiating their split down to the point where they say, you know what, peace, I gotta go, because now I want to make some more money, right? So then what they do is they decide that they need to leave. Maybe they need to go start their own team if they're ambitious, or just break off because they don't want to be paying a split out to a team leader. So, it's really like when you're trying to build a team, there's not really the greatest team environment when it comes to, building a team in real estate. That I was doing it. It's kind of a, it's an uncooperating system. It doesn't work that well in creating camaraderie. It's not like when I'm a big football fan, right, and sports fan. A team, together everyone achieves more, if we'll call it that, the acronym, actually plays together. They actually work together. They are actually, invested in one another for the true total outcome. If you're trying to win the Super Bowl and you're a real team, everybody is trying to help everybody, and everybody is fighting for and working for and trying to help everybody be successful. That's a true team. This model is not, because agents are actually in competition with each other because there's no real incentive to work together. The team leader doesn't really have incentive to help them, grow, because when he or she helps the agents become more successful, they want to leave. So how does that work? It's not really a good model. So if that ambitious team leader goes, Dag, this kind of sucks now. As I grow people, they want to bounce, they want to leave. So what do I got to do? Well, I got to become a broker, right? So then you become a broker, and now you're building a brokerage, and you have a whole bunch of agents. Now here's the problem with the broker. The problem with the broker is you're trying to do recruiting. You're trying to grow your brokerage by recruiting agents, stuff like that, and helping them be successful. But guess what? Nobody else is incentivized to help you grow your brokerage. It's all, you. Maybe now you hire out recruiters, and you hire out virtual assistants, and you hire out, other assistants, and you're starting to do, different recruiting methods, and maybe you offer a little bit of an incentive to try to bring people into your organization. But it's really not a organically structured system that helps bring people into your organization, and it doesn't organically grow, okay? So let me show you a different model. Let me show you what eXp did that is so brilliant that they literally are turning the real estate industry upside down. eXp is 100% revolutionizing the real estate industry. Let me show you why, and let me show you how this is happening. As you saw, when someone says it's a pyramid, what I usually say is, yeah, it is. And the problem is you're in it and you're on the bottom, okay? You're in a pyramid and you're on the bottom. Now with eXp, we have the company. Now, yes, there's still some leadership within the company. So you're gonna have some, you're gonna have your founder. We got Glenn Sanford. We got CEOs. We have some people within the company. Okay, we're gonna call that the company, right? But here's the thing. What they did was they said, okay, let's get rid of all of the garbage in the middle that's taking away from the agent, because the agent in this pyramid is kind of getting, the least leverage, and is getting the short end of the stick on everything. Now, it's not that I'm saying it's bad, because you need managers and you need leaders and everything, but the problem is it gets really hard once you start trying to get up past the any level of success in the middle. It gets hard because everybody's trying to hold you back, because there's just not enough room for you to be successful, because the system doesn't allow it. It doesn't work. Now here's where eXp is brilliant. So what they did, they said, we don't need all this regional stuff, let's get rid of it. We don't need all this middle managements and all that stuff. We don't need all these franchises. We don't need a zillion brokers in each state, taking out and taking all the money away. So we don't need all this. We don't need all this, okay? So we're gonna get rid of all of the middle. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the agent, and we're gonna put the agent right at the top. And we're gonna support the agent. And what's awesome about that is, now the agent, we're gonna call this agent you, okay? Here is you in this system, all the way at the bottom here. There's agent you at the bottom of that pyramid. Here's Agent U in eXp. Agent U in eXp literally puts you in the seat of a broker, okay? Because you have, and it's actually a more powerful seat, which I'll explain in a minute. You have the power now to attract other agents and invite other agents into your organization. So you're basically helping eXp grow. So let's just say you started inviting and attracting agents and you're building your organization, okay? And some of those agents are attracting other agents, okay? And so I think you get where I'm going with this, right? I'm not gonna keep drawing it out, but you just keep getting more and more and more. And now, this same structure that is a pyramid in this, with the way that it's structured with eXp, it is also a pyramid. You are right. It is a pyramid. And what a wonderful thing, because you're at the top of your organization. You're at the top of the pyramid in your organization here. That's you, my friend. Okay? So you get to build your organization in eXp, and you get paid by eXp in revenue share, meaning money off the top. So when any of these agents sell real estate, you make a small percentage, not from them, not like in the team split over here. In the team split in this pyramid, when the agent sells, the cut is coming out of their pocket, okay? In eXp, you're on an 80-20 split with a 16K cap, and you actually get your cap back if you're really productive, but I'm not gonna get into that in this video. But you had an 80-20 split. So what happens is with the 16K cap, that comes out to an $80,000 GCI, okay? So if you sell $80,000 in gross commission, okay, that's your $16,000 cap. Now, from all of the money up to that cap point, eXp is willing to give you, for referring agents into their organization, they're willing to give you a small percentage of money for each of those. So as you can see, when you're growing your organization, what that ends up translating into, it adds up, and you get quite a bit of money in residual income every single month, every single year. And what it does is it also, and here's something that I really want you to, and if you're a broker or a team leader, pay extremely close attention here. This is the Achilles heel of this pyramid. What I'm about to tell you is the total, it's the destructive portion of this model. That's why it doesn't work. Because if you're over here, if you're a team leader, if you're a broker, you get put in the exact same seat as any other agent. Now at first, maybe your pride says to you, oh man, that's ridiculous. I'm a broker. Listen to me for 1 second and just feel me for a second, okay? You're over here trying to build your brokerage, and nobody else gives a rat's butt about helping you because they don't get anything. Maybe you give them $100 check, or maybe you give them a dinner certificate or something for referring somebody into their brokerage, okay? Now, you're a broker and you come into eXp. You have skills, you have everything it takes to be successful. So you really shouldn't be, you should be fired up and excited about this. So you come into eXp, and now you have all the agents that you're bringing in, what you're normally doing over here. These agents now are incentivized to want to attract other agents and bring them in. So let me tell you, if you have a brokerage right now, let's say, and I'm going to use my business partner Chuck and Angela Fazio for a minute. So they had a 900 agent brokerage, independent brokerage, 900 agents, okay? They were doing $2 billion a year in production. And so Chuck, when I sat down with him, I said, why did you close a 900 agent brokerage, close the doors, and go to eXp? You're making money, and you like that, and you basically had to close and shut shop down. And go, why did you do it? He said two things that stood out to me that I want to tell you, and I want to explain it. I'm just going to put this together for you. So number one, and this comes from a heart of giving. This comes from a heart of service. So we are of the faith, and we believe that in order to receive, you have to give. Okay, so if you really want to learn to receive, learn to give, learn to help other people, pour yourself into serving and helping other people. And then, like Zig Ziglar said, if you help enough other people, you can have anything that you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want. So it works here because Chuck said, look, I can offer my agents a better opportunity than I can. Because this pyramid, this model is broken. So Chuck understood that. He said, I can't offer my agents anything compared to what I could offer here, what eXp provides me the opportunity to offer them. So first and foremost, as somebody who cares about my agents, I had to, out of integrity, I was getting convicted to do that because it's a better move for them. But here's the wonderful thing. Now, Chuck he just crossed the 6,000 agent mark, okay? Less than 3 years later, he crossed the 6,000 mark. As a broker, you're not the only one, spinning your wheels, gunning and working and everything to try to bring people into your brokerage. You are literally you're literally working together with a team of agents, a team of attractors that are going to keep inviting. So now it multiplies, your recruiting efforts. That is absolutely amazing. And he's making way more money now than he did when he had the brokerage of 900 as an independent agent. Even though as a broker, you would technically make more off of each agent because you're over leveraging the agents over here. You're over leveraging them. But over here, it's just a small piece that eXp is paying for that agent for you to build your organization, which becomes, the revenue model goes up. They're taking it out of this $16,000 of eXp's money that they're earning off of each agent, and then they're taking that $16,000 and they're distributing it to all the agents who are recruiting and what we like to say is agent attracting other people into the organization. So as you can see in this video and in this diagram, you can make the choice as a real estate agent or as a broker, as a team leader. You can make the choice to either be in a broken system that doesn't allow for organic teamwork and organic growth, right? Or you can understand that Glenn Sanford had a remarkably brilliant idea and said, well, let's work with the system of what network marketing was, and let's create this structure in real estate that allows us to work together as a team. Because remember when I told you over here, and I was a team leader in a broken organization, I wasn't excited about it because there was nothing, my efforts could only produce so much fruit, and I knew that all the efforts that I put in, they were going to want to leave. They were going to want to, end up either any of the good ones were going to want to, take off because I'm limiting their income potential. Not here. You're not limiting anyone's income potential here. You're actually helping them. You're encouraging them. You're teaching them. You're training them. You want them to be successful. And like over here, when you have a team, there's no team camaraderie. But over here, there is team camaraderie because all of the agents want to be more successful by attracting other agents and building their organizations. And on top of that, which I don't have time to get into in this video, but eXp offers stock to all of the agents for doing the normal things that they do within their business. When you start, if you cap and you go icon, which is 20 more transactions after cap, you get your $16,000 back in eXp stock. When you start referring agents and they do it and they make a sale, you get stock. Now, can you imagine? I just told you about the rev share and the residual income. If you add stock and stuff into that as well, now these agents are getting, they're not only building their linear income, obviously, they're building, their retirement. And as a broker, as a team leader, like you have to care about providing the best opportunity that you can for the people that you're trying to help, that you're in your organization. Now, I grew up in traditional business and stuff. I have a home building company, and it's so hard because this is the pyramid of all traditional business, right? But this is the pyramid of network marketing. This is the pyramid of being able to share an opportunity and allowing the agent or the employee. I'm going to stick to real estate instead of going outside into like other types of services and products. But so when you do that, it provides an organic model of success. It gives everybody the exact same opportunity to succeed, and it feeds off of itself. That's why eXp is the fastest growing real estate company in the nation. That's why they're taking everything by storm. That's why the stock is exploding. And that's why a lot of the companies that are paying attention are very, they see it. They're nervous. They know that eXp has a very good model in place, and they are having a hard time because they can't just get rid of that middle section, because they have contracts, they have agreements, they got franchise agreements, they got all kinds of stuff in place here that they just can't just erase like that. Whereas eXp started with the right model, and there's a book called First, Best, or Different. So what that book means, and what it states in there, is that in order to be successful, you either got to be first, you either got to be the best, or you got to be different. Okay, that's how you get your USP, your unique selling proposition. That's how you establish yourself, set yourself apart. Well, guess what? eXp was first to put real estate within this model. They're the best at it right now, and it's obviously way different than anything else. So they got all three things going for them. So my friend, I am making this video today just to shed some light and some perspective on what it means to be in a pyramid. Okay, I don't like the looks of that pyramid. I was in that pyramid. I was a team leader in that pyramid, and it just got, I saw that it was broken. When I saw what eXp was doing, I wasn't looking to make any changes. I just figured all the other real estate companies, they're all basically the same with differences, but the model is the same. Okay, when I saw what eXp offered, and I saw that how different and revolutionizing the model was, I flew to Texas in 2 days, and I wanted to go check it out, and I wanted to know what kind of people were behind the company. Were they people of integrity? Were they people that cared, or were they a bunch of scumbags or whatever? And so, because that's important to me, who you do business with is very important. So when I went and I flew out to Texas, I bumped shoulders with the top producers in eXp, got to know them, got to go eat with a bunch of them, kind of just get a feel for and try to pull some dirt and see what I could find out about this company. Is it as good as I thought and I felt when I started reviewing it? And the answer that I got was a resounding yes. eXp is full of very high integrity people. There's a lot of faith-based people in there, which is important to me because I'm a believer. And so it was just a no-brainer for me. And so I got super excited when I went out there. I came back, and so yeah, I'm fired up about eXp. Very happy about my decision, and this is one of the reasons why. This right here should have some of you chomping at the bit if you understand it right now, and I will be more than happy to further help you understand and give you more clarity in it. There's so many other great benefits and offers. But for this video, I just wanted to clear the sky of when people say it's a pyramid, they say that with a negative anecdote, and it's like you don't understand what you're talking about. And I wanted to shed some clarity on that so that you can see properly that the only derogatory thing you should be saying about a pyramid is probably the one you're in. Okay, so if you're interested, please talk to us. I would be happy to consult with you. You can schedule calls with us, and we would love to talk to you more about eXp. God bless you. Peace out. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is that you're watching this. Peace.